All right, hey guys, welcome to this awesome video that I'm gonna make for sciatica stretches. All you're gonna do is have a band. If you don't have a band, using like a belt or like a rope from like a bathrobe, anything like a towel, anything that's gonna be able to extend your reach just a little bit more, so you're gonna be able to hook it around your leg. But let's go ahead and get started. So I'm on the floor. First thing that I'm going to do, sitting just like this, I'm going to have my legs a little bit wide apart. I'm going to have my knees drop down to the ground just like this. I'm going to twist and put my chest down to the ground. Here. Back up, twist. I'm turning the other way, keeping my feet on the ground, and you're feeling in your hips. Turn down to the ground. So you can do this. I usually like to do at least 10 per side. But obviously, depending on your time constraints. Good. Done. All right. Next one, we're going to do our cross-legged stretch. So you're just going to sit here, cross one leg over the other, and we're going to turn. Bring my opposite arm on the outside of this knee. I'm going to push against the outside of my leg and try to twist and look backwards behind me. So I'm twisting. Good, and then we're going to switch. Go to the other side. Legs down just like this. Opposite arm on the outside of that knee. I'm going to push against that and try to look behind me. You're gonna feel this a lot in your lower back, but it's also gonna be in your glutes depending on how tight they are. Good, so now I'm gonna stay in the same position with my legs. I'm gonna look forward, both hands are just bracing behind me. I'm gonna raise this leg up, just like this. So ideally what I wanna do is bring this knee, instead of having it up like this, I'm gonna bring this knee down just a little bit. I'm going to be able to feel that really nicely in the back of this leg here and in the glutes, lower back, all that area. And relax. We're going to switch to the other side. Same positioning, just raising this leg up. Notice I'm kind of leaning back just a little bit. I'm going to sit forward, keeping my back straight. The closer I can walk my foot in, the more intense this stretch is going to be. If you're out here and this is a good enough stretch, having this at about 90 degrees, that's totally fine. Walk that in. You might feel one side is a little bit tighter than the other. That's totally normal. But it's good to know. Good to note. All right, bring that down. Both feet are going to come together just like this. Grab your ankles. Bring your ankles as close into your hips as you can. And I'm going to use my forearms on the inside of my legs to push down on those legs. So I don't want to be like this and have these in as far as I can. I want to bring it in and then push down. And again, one side might be a little bit easier to do than the other, but that's totally fine. Awesome. All right. Next stretch. This one, we're going to be on our hands and knees for, just like this. I'm going to step one foot up and bring it over to the other side of my body. Drop my knee down, and then I'm going to walk back on this back leg. So I'm going to get that stretch all through this side of my glute, as well as the other side, front of my hip. Okay? So I'm going to try to keep this front leg at about 90 degrees. If this is a good enough stretch, cool. But ideally, you want to come down to your forearms. Take a nice deep breath. I really like to stay in this position. I want to stay for a few minutes, like 2 to 5 minutes on each side, just because this is such a deep stretch. It takes a little bit of time for your muscles to kind of like relax in order for you to get into the stretch, especially if your muscles are like super, super tight. Like, God, don't stretch anything. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, nothing's happening. Cool, we can relax. Also, if you want to come down a little bit more, you want to try to get your chest down to the ground. You can have your head just rest on your hands, nice and relaxed. Good, and you're going to come out of this position the same way that you got into it. So I'm on my forearms, I'm going to come up to my hands, and then I'm just going to walk my toe and my knee in, just like that, until I'm back on all fours, bringing that leg back through, and then I'm going to go on the other side. So I'm just going to face you so you have a different viewpoint. So I'm bringing that leg up to the same side, bringing it across, and then I'm going to drop that knee down. This is going to stay as much close to 90 degrees as possible. If it comes down a little bit less angled, you're not going to feel the stretch as much, but if you have a tighter muscle, it might naturally do that anyways, but just know the ideal goal is here. All right, and then same thing, I'm gonna walk back. See, so just like what I said, so me coming back, just dropping my back leg down, my leg is already from this 90-degree position, just a little bit less angled. But that's because this side's a little bit harder, but that's okay. I know it and can work around it, right? Right. And again, you want to stay here for realistically 2 to 5 minutes. You know, doing this, I'll like be reading a book or watching TV. You know, anything that kind of like distract you from what it is that you're doing. Good, and then again, you're going to come back out of it the same way that you came in. So I'm knee to toe, walking that back leg in, turning that leg out. Take it out a little bit if you need to, doing hip rotations. So this is all aimed at stretching all of the different hip muscles in your hip. You have a bunch of little ones in there, and some of them being like tighter or looser is gonna bother that sciatica nerve. But yeah, just do these and hopefully it helps. All right, we have a few left. First one we're gonna do is a little bit more flexy. You're gonna be face down onto your mat or carpet or whatever it is that you have. And what I'm gonna do is my arms are gonna be out straight just like this. I'm gonna take my left leg and I'm gonna twist and try to open it up back this way. So I wanna try to keep this shoulder as much on the ground as I can whilst twisting this back leg. So I want to try to, if you even want to, you can have your hand touch your foot. I'll do most of my talking because I don't think you'll really hear me when I face the other way. Oh, I guess I could just turn around. Never mind. Good, take a deep breath in. When you exhale, try to reach a little bit more forward with this arm. Get a little bit deeper into that stretch. Should feel this all throughout your spine. Good, relax, bring that leg back through. And you're gonna go the same way, or sorry, do the same thing, just on the other side. So I'm gonna have my right foot come over. I'm gonna be looking over my right shoulder. Just like this. Again, if you wanna try to have your hand touch your toes, that's cool. If not, don't worry about it. Deep breath. Exhale. Good, relax. And we're gonna actually roll all the way over onto our back. All right. The last thing that we're gonna do is we're using our resistance band, towel, whatever it is that you have available to you. I'm gonna hook this around the middle of my foot. I'm gonna stretch up I'm going to grab as high up as I can with my same side arm, just like this. Bring your other leg down straight, and I just want you to hold this position. Deep breath. Good. Now, one more tip before we move on to the next stretch. You look at my leg, you know, it's straight up, which is cool, but if you look at how my knee is bent, it's just got a little bit of a bend. It's not completely straight, which is not what we want to do. So I'm going to take my opposite side arm, I'm going to grab onto the bands, and I'm going to take my same side hand, I'm going to find where my kneecap is, I'm going to go right above it, so right on the quad, right above my knee. All I'm going to do is press forward. You see how that turns it much straighter? From here, kind of sort of straight to super straight. So this isn't hyperextending my knee at all. This is just stretching those muscles in the back of my knee and my calf. Super important to get full flexibility in your whole leg, hamstring, quads, calves, everything. Good, and relax. I'm going to go to the other side. So again, hooking that in the middle of your foot. Same side arm is going to grab up. This other leg is just flat as much as it can be on the ground. And just do a nice little stretch. Breathe a few breaths. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on this side that we did on the other. So opposite side arm is going to grab that band. Same side arm finds my knee. I'm going right above that knee, right where that little fleshy part. All I'm going to do is just push forward. So that's kind of an intense stretch for you. Doing this knee stretch, you can always let go of the band just a little bit, push forward, and then come back up. All right. A little bit of a different way to get into the same stretch, but one's a little bit less intense. Good. So relax. I'm going to stay in the same position. Same side hand, or sorry, the same hand that's grabbing the band is going to stay on it. So my opposite side hand, so my left arm with my right leg. My right arm is going to come out to the side, and I'm going to bring this leg across my body, just like this, until it comes down, touches the ground. I'm looking over my opposite side shoulder. I'm doing more, again, another twist. So you're going to feel this, depending on where you're tight, either your lower back, your glutes, down your hamstrings, down the side of your leg. You can stay here again for as long as you feel necessary. If you have a partner, they can actually help you with this by pushing down on your knee and your shoulder, but very lightly, of course, not putting too much pressure on your super buddy. All right, relax, come out of that, nice and slow. And we're going to switch to the other side. So opposite side arm, left leg, right hand. Bring my left arm out. And bring that across my body, looking over my left hand. Bring that down. Good, come back up. Sit up. And you're done. That's it. I'd say do that stretch maybe, I'd say at least twice a week if you're having real like sciatica issues. But yeah, those are some really awesome stretches that are going to be able to at least give you a little bit of relief from the pain. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll catch you guys later. All right.